So last month I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could learn how to do the muscle up in 30 days. Is this even possible in that short a period of time? I have no prior training in calisthenics or gymnastics, but I do body weight pull-ups regularly, and I can do about 10 body weight pull-ups pretty easily. So I do have a foundation of strength in my back and in my arms. Coincidentally, during this challenge, I was able to grow a beard, so we'll call this the no shave muscle up challenge. So that's pretty much it. This is a muscle up in 30 days, no shaving. Let's go. Here's the footage of my day one attempts. As you can see, I'm failing pretty bad, and I'm not even close to getting my chest over the bar. The problem here is that when I started out, I thought that a muscle up was just a pull up combined with a dip. But the pull-up and the dip are actually the easy part of the movement. The difficult part was learning the transition in between. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to call it quits for today. My hands are just getting like absolutely mangled. Day 3 ended up being more or less the same. I was still struggling to figure out how to transfer my weight up and over the bar. I felt like I was strong enough to do the movement, but I still didn't know the proper form and technique. It was time to get some help.
Missing something.
For day 5, I picked up a pair of resistance bands from Amazon to see if they could help me learn the transition phase of the movement. The plan was to do the muscle up with the assistance of both bands and then slowly stop using them as I progressed. However, even with both bands supporting me, I was still unable to do a single muscle up. Luckily, I met this guy named Raz at the park. He trained calisthenics regularly, so I asked him if he could give me some tips on my form. He recommended to add a little bit of swing before the pull-up. The extra momentum helps you get up and around the bar. By not swinging and staying directly under the bar, it makes the muscle up much more difficult as the bar is in your way. After a couple more tips from Raz, I decided to use the resistance band again. And this happened.
And boom! That's it. Push. Yeah, boy! Easy. Woo! Boom! Yes! Oh shit!
Now that I had the technique down, it was time to put in the reps. On day 27, I was starting to feel the pressure. It had been almost 4 weeks of training and I still wasn't able to do one unassisted muscle up. After multiple failed attempts, I started to get frustrated. In my frustration, I told myself to pull up as hard as I could and just throw my chest over the bar. After 27 days and roughly 10 hours of training, I was finally able to do one unassisted muscle up. The trick was learning how to manipulate leverage and momentum to transfer weight on top of the bar. There were 3 big tips that really helped me learn this, but here is an overview of my general setup. To start, stand directly underneath the bar. For the bar I'm using, I had to shift slightly to my right so that I could grab the smooth part of the bar. Next, take one step back so that when you jump, you are jumping towards the bar. This will naturally give you momentum and swing you forward. The first tip which really helped me was learning the correct timing when to start the pull-up. As soon as your body starts to swing back, you want to start the pull-up, so that you are pulling with the momentum of your body swinging backwards. My second tip is, as you swing backwards, imagine you have two hands on the trunk of a car door, and you want to slam it shut. The muscle-up is an explosive movement. You need to do it fast and with force. Lastly, the third tip that really helped me was to pull my knees as high up to my chest as I could. By doing this, it makes transitioning your weight over the bar a lot easier. Once you get your chest over the bar, you're pretty much done a muscle-up. All that's left to do is the little dip and you're done. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. That was my progression at trying to learn the muscle up in 30 days. It was a lot of fun. It was really difficult, and hopefully this video can help you in some way and try to do the muscle up for yourself. So until next time, stay consistent, be cool.